Right now, I'm holding my cell phone because I'm expecting a very important call. Someone is supposed to be contacting me with details about Fortnite Season 3. I don't know who, but I really need it because as of right now, I don't have full confidence in this season. Now, I want to make this very clear. I'm excited. My boy Optimus Prime is here. I called this skin showing up over a year ago. I couldn't be more hyped. And outside of Optimus being in Fortnite, there's going to be a lot of other really cool things that I think are going to happen this season. However, there's three main concerns that I have, and the first starts off with the most important aspect of Fortnite, the thing that makes it the most fun, the loot pool. I'm not gonna lie, the loot pool for season 2 has been really bad. Like the new weapons that they introduced, I don't like the vast majority of them. The only one that I do like is the Havoc shotgun. That one grew on me over time, but even with that one, I feel very inconsistent with using it. Sometimes it has good aim assist, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I get really good damage with it, sometimes I don't. Like specifically just focusing on shotguns in general this season, this is one of the worst shotgun metas we've ever had. The Maven is too weak, the combat is too inconsistent, and the Havoc is sometimes overpowered and sometimes too weak. I guess it's also inconsistent. The ARs aren't much better. There's only one that was worth using, which was the Red Eye. As much as we racked on the Scar from season 1, it was definitely far better than the Havoc AR. But why am I bringing this up? Fortnite needs to do something really impressive with the loot pool next season. There are some things that look really good, like the new bolt action sniper rifle that they're going to be bringing in, this new lever action pistol that's going to be popping in, which looks like a more advanced version of the flintlock. The infantry rifle might be coming back. Everything looks good except this new drum shotgun, which who asked for this? No one wanted this. I'm gonna use it, but I'm not gonna be happy about it. I feel like that was the one thing the Fortnite community unanimously hated from Chapter 3 was the drum shotgun, and now they're gonna bring it back in a mythic form, which is gonna do like over 80 damage for a body shot. We'll see how this one plays out. I don't know. I do think the kinetic blades this season were one of the better additions. I am curious to see how this kinetic boomerang is gonna work. I don't know if it's gonna work like an impulse grenade where we throw it on the ground and it propels us forward, or if we throw it into the sky and our character follows. However it works, I just want it to be balanced and I want it to be fun. Season 1, I think, was a banger loot pool. Not as many guns as I would have liked, but it was still very well balanced, still really interesting. This season, dropped the ball. Let's see what they do for season 3. Speaking of loot pools, I think they need more separation, and this comes to my second biggest issue with Fortnite right now, which is competitive. If Fortnite wants to keep their player base in season 3, they're gonna need to improve ranked. A lot of people do not like the fact that the loot pools are the same between competitive and pubs. I understand why Fortnite did it. Personally, I like the fact that the loot pools are a little bit closer, but at the same time, it's a part of me that does get annoyed when we have the collab weapons in the loot pool. I thought the ODM gear was fine, but the lightsabers were definitely busted. I didn't want to get hit by Darth Maul's earthbending powers every 5 seconds in endgame, or get pushed out of zone in endgame in a competitive tournament. That sucks. The other issue I have too is Epic's decision to nerf certain weapons or items because of this balancing between pubs and competitive. Nerfing the heavy sniper and grenades was one of the dumbest decisions. No one asked for it. It didn't need to be nerfed, but they did it anyway. I would have preferred them just to take it out than to nerf it. Those weapons should do more damage because they require more skill to use. It doesn't feel rewarding to do 40 damage when you hit somebody with a grenade play. And the fact that I can't break down somebody's walls with a heavy sniper or grenades is insane. But you wanna know what's more insane than that? The queue times. The moment my cousin and I got to Platinum 3 in ranked for 0 builds, we couldn't play the game for 2 days straight. Then we got into Diamond 3 lobbies, and it was the same thing, and that's where we've been stuck. I want to level up and get to Unreal rank, but it's damn near impossible when there's no one to play with. And I don't want to switch to NA Central or NA East in order to be able to play games. For those of you who don't know, I play on NA West. The moment you switch to one of those other servers, your ping goes through the roof, and it makes it almost unplayable. The crazy part is too, it got to a point where we could even play on NA Central or NA East if we wanted to. I guess because we were so highly ranked, we couldn't find anybody else to play with. Epic needs to figure out a way to balance out these servers. That way you've got more players of various ranks playing with each other. I'm not saying bronze players should be playing with plat players, but man, we got to figure out something because this is not balanced. And finally, the most unbalanced thing out of every aspect of ranked is the fact that there is no siphon in builds. That's one of the main reasons why I have no desire to touch competitive builds right now, is because there is no siphon. I've tried to play solos and duos for competitive builds, and the problem that I keep running into is I keep getting third-partied every 5 seconds, which is normal for competitive builds. You you're gonna get third-partied. But when I'm not able to get Siphon back, even after getting a kill streak and getting third-partied for the second or third time, and I'm at 10 health, and some loser just walks up to me and shoots me in the face, that's not rewarding. That doesn't give me a fair chance. Also, taking it out of tournaments was one of the dumbest things I have seen Epic do this season. So to sum it all up, reduce the queue times, separate the loot pools, give a Siphon. Lastly, and this is the thing my audience cares about the most, if Epic wants their story to be taken seriously or to keep anyone's attention with it moving forward, they're going to need to answer a few questions. What happened to the Oathbound? Who's the Shapeless Man? Where are Jonesy and Paradigm? Is Amy okay? And what's going on with the 7? Now, I don't expect all 5 of those to be answered next season, but at least a couple of them give us something to chew on, continue the plot forward, and also get some payoff and some resolution to all these things that you brought up before. And trust me, there's more things that I could have listed off that have not been addressed yet that go even further back than this chapter, but I'm going to save those for a separate video. As of right now, I see the storyline going one of 2 ways next season. The first is that we drop everything that has to do with the syndicates. Maybe there's some evidence of them existing on the island at one point in time, but we don't talk to them. We're introduced to some new characters, and they're going to have us travel around the island and figure out what's going on with the island being overgrown and all the new plant life, and there's going to be some kind of hint to the last reality. The second option, which is the one I'm praying for, would be we pick up with one of the syndicates, specifically the Luminaries or the Unseen. Honestly, I think working with Mystica next season would be the most interesting, since she's a plant-based character and she also has a good handle on technology. Let's also imply that she comes from the same world as the Herald. So let's say the next season, with absolutely no context, the Herald is removed from the reality tree, just gone, disappeared. All this plant life is overgrowing on the Fortnite island. The syndicates are gone, with the exception of the Luminaries, specifically Mystica, and we're working with her for all of season 3, and every week we have to work with her to find a different artifact that was left behind by each one of the syndicates. While this is going on, we can get some context as to what happened between season 2 and season 3, and we can also start building a super weapon that'll help us fight off the last reality. Maybe the other syndicates have gone into hiding, maybe they've been completely destroyed, but it's our job to explore abandoned parts of the island or overgrown parts of the island and do some investigating and digging. That, to me, would be the best way to go about next season, but we'll see what happens. And honestly, guys, I have a million different ideas for where I think the storyline could go, but I want to save those for my podcast that I'm having tomorrow, June 2nd at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, with Top 5 Gaming, Restro, Tedious X, and Mr. JOI. I honestly think this is going to be the best podcast we've ever had, because we all don't agree on the fine details of where the storyline is going or certain events that have happened in the past. So if you want to see what our opinions are on the Fortnite storyline, where we think the storyline is going, and just see some overall general interesting conversations and disagreements between us, make sure to tune in tomorrow. That is a podcast you're not going to want to miss. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, because you're going to want to be notified when we go live at 6 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. Also, before you go, check out this video hold on a second. Hello? Hey, moron. Can you hear me? Listen, stop what you're doing. Do not it's make me. That next video. Hey, have you been listening? Well, pay attention. I guess it's like Optimus Prime. I freaking called it. You pissed off the wrong people. Mustard is not happy with you. If you're hearing this, I hope I got it to you in time. If not, it may be the end of your channel.